We are here in Bend at the Northwest Spirits and Mixology show, and with me is Brian Johnson, who's going to be competing very soon here in the Bartenders Brawl. It's a big competition with bartenders, and you're the only one that is not a professional bartender. How did you end up here today in this competition?
That's true. I've actually never bartended a day in my life, but I'm really into cocktails and spirits, and I enjoy making it. And I try to enter all the competitions that allow non-bartenders to enter. It's unfortunately not that many. So I really like the rules here. I think they're good rules. I like that they allow non-bartenders. And yeah, you submit a recipe, and obviously I've studied cocktails for a few years now, but yeah, that's how I ended up here.
What's your recipe that you submitted that got you into this competition?
It's called Magnetic North No. 2. And I got the name from the garnish, actually, because I just used a sage leaf on top, and it reminded me of compass needle, and so that's how I got the name. But yeah, it's just a nice, easy mix of tequila, lemon juice, ginger, fresh sage, and a little bit of vanilla syrup. And it's pretty easy to make. You gotta muddle it, but yeah, it's got some really good flavors.
Now, here at the Northwest Spirits and Mixology show, there's a lot of different spirits, many of which are created here in the Northwest. Have you done a little shopping and found some ingredients, some things that maybe you want to take home and create some new drinks around?
Yeah, I have actually. I think there's tons of great spirits here. I really like, there's a lady down the street selling some drinking vinegars and some shrubs. They have a lot of great flavor, and I'm pretty excited about those. I'm going to go buy a couple bottles. It sounds like she doesn't have any in Seattle, where I'm from. So yeah, I'm excited about those. I like trying the new distilleries where they're coming out with the product-wise, just because there's so much variety. I mean, the classic brands, they produce a great product, a lot of them. But I just like to see what people's takes are and kind of what they see as a gin or what they see as a whiskey. Yeah.
As a home mixologist, do you have any tips for other home mixologists on how to create great party-pleasing drinks?
Yeah, my first suggestion is buy a good book. This is an excellent book by a guy named Robert Hess called The Essential Bartender. It's a great book. I read it, I love it. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is understanding how classic drinks are made, like a sidecar or a margarita, which is just a kind of drink called a sour. And once you understand how you can play with sweet and sour and the base spirit and ratios, you can really kind of see what makes a balanced cocktail. And from there, once you keep making some of the basics, I think that's the best way to start. Because when you get up there and you get at home, a lot of times people buy a lot of base spirits, and then most cocktails only have one base spirit, so you don't mix base spirits together. You gotta have those other things like mixers, like vermouths, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, honestly, just try it, follow the recipes. I think one of the most successful things people can do to be successful is to always measure their ingredients. So even if it's a quarter ounce to measure, and that way you're consistent every time, and you can understand what goes into it. And yeah.
What's your strategy for today, heading into this competition? And you're the only, as we established, you're the only non-professional bartender in this competition. But could that be an advantage for you?
An advantage? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm judged on the same criteria. Yeah, I'm going to try not to bumble anything. Just try not to spill the drink everywhere as I nervously pour my ingredients. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess my strategy is try to remember that it's just fun, I'm not a bartender, so if I win, that's amazing and fantastic. But you know what, just being here, I think is really cool, so. Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you, Brian. Cheers.
Cheers. Compass needle.
A compass needle,
yep.
And which hence the name Magnetic North No. 2.
And piece of trivia, I'm actually an Eagle Scout.
Hold on, we got some fun facts over here.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
Wow, those are fairly rare these days.